Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena, Brawl, deck techs, and gameplay sessions. We are back with some more vampire shenanigans with Olivia Crimson Bride. It's more of a reanimator style of deck. We have the two good reanimation spells, along with some ways to make blood tokens that we can discard our creatures, other ways to discard creatures, and just generally have a good time. So Olivia is a 6-mana 3/4 flying with haste, and when it attacks, you can return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking, and it gains when you don't control a legendary vampire. Exile this creature. So we have ways to make blood tokens and things like Blood Tithe Harvester and Blood Fountain. These both create a blood token. This is a removal spell with blood tokens. This one can return creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Mardu Outrider was one way to discard a card. You have to discard a card as an additional cost to cast it. So you get a 5/5 for 3 mana and you get to put something in your graveyard. We have the Electric Revelation. This is another one of those discard cards. You can discard a card instant speed and then draw 2 cards, and then it has flashback. So you get to play with it twice. There are a lot of other like discard to draw 2. Yeah, they might be a little cheaper, but this one you can do it multiple times, and it is a good card if you need to discard it to a blood token so that you can draw that mana you need. You can do that and still have it in your graveyard to play with. Then we have Florian Valdarin Scion here to kind of represent the legendary vampires. There are quite a few in the format, and so if Olivia dies and the creature that comes from the graveyard is still out and you have one of those legendary vampires, you get to keep the cards. And this is also a good card draw engine in a deck like this. We have Edgar's Awakening, one of the new return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also has the discard, pay 1 black, and then you can return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So if you use this with a blood token, pay 1 black mana after you've discarded it, you get to draw a card. The other reanimator spell is Return Upon the Tide. This one is nice as flashback. We don't have any elves, so we don't get the ability from it, but we do get to return a creature card, and we could pay 4 mana if we need to. And then a couple cool cards to reanimate are Demon of Loathing. When this comes into play, tapped and attacking, is a 7/7 flying trample, and it can obliterate things. And the demon, you can sacrifice the demon itself to get a token for the demon, and then you no longer have to worry about your demon leaving the battlefield. Oh, I guess no, you can't sacrifice a demon. Let me correct that. You can sacrifice Olivia or another creature, and if you sacrifice Olivia, the token stays, your original one gets exiled, and then you have a 6/6 flying demon. That is going to be hard to deal with. So lots of fun, lots of interaction, and some cool cards. Let's get into a few games. All right, do this. We got 2 removal spells. Okay, 3-drop. And it's actually a pretty good 3-drop against a deck that wants to self-mill. All right, we'll keep. So old Rutstein, when it enters the battlefield or at the beginning of upkeep, mill a card. If a land card is milled this way, you get a treasure token. If a creature card is milled this way, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. And if a non-creature non-land card is milled this way, create a blood token. So it has a whole bunch of ways of just generating card advantage. This one we can draw and discard, which is quite nice. So now, do we want to destroy an artifact or draw a discard? I think we're going to use this one. This was a nice vampire to draw. We'll do this into this. Potentially get some blood token stuff happening. There's Rutstein. So they make a 1/1. All right, we will do this. We will attack. And I guess we do this. So this gives him a mana. I think it's going to be a fun deck to play. Hopefully we get into it before rotation. I can't guarantee anything though. So I think it ends step 1, 2, 3. I might discard this and draw a card. That seems not worth it. Did they mill the land they needed? Maybe they got disconnected. Maybe we got disconnected. Gonna have a Rosberg.
You will not delay Zendikar's convalescence.
Oh boy.
The swamps come to my aid.
Goodbye. Oh, that's interesting. Let's put out a hasty creature. I mean, this doesn't do us any good right now. Kill that.
Without me, Zendikar is lost.
Oh, that's scary. I have an indestructible artifact. Good night. That really hurt. Now we're racing. Huh. That's too bad. If I play this, they're just going to destroy it with this. Could make X is 4, clear the board. That might be a... I think that's something we're going to do. Waiting, 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 waiting. I'm guessing they're double doing something because they could use this and they don't realize they can use this. Make our pooch blue. That trigger on this. Okay. I was gonna say, with that trigger on the stack. That's an annoying card. I think I need to exile the graveyard. And then we do this. And then in the turn, is this in? Ah, I can do it at any time. Get your value. One, two, three, four, five, six. Nowhere near. I'm gonna do this. Oh wait. I can discard this, pay one, return this to my hand. Let's do this. I'll get one back after I attack next turn. Blood on the snow. Royal creatures. They have a sacrifice. Plum the Forbidden. I want this one. And I would like to draw a card and lose a life. There's a land. Play a land. End the turn. Maybe I should have brought this one. Oh. That's a card. They're gonna have to... Are they gonna let it go? Or are they gonna block? 2 damage is a lot of damage right now. This might seal the deal. Man, this person likes to take their time. Just gotta be patient. Most annoying thing in Magic. Well, if you're still here, like, subscribe, and notify, please. I really will appreciate it. And then we do this. Then we do this.
Liliana Vess, you'll learn the power of death.
Ends the turn. Hmm.
My motivation's withered.
Land is good. Right? Land is good. Land is good. Boom, we got there. All right. On the game numero dos. I have not played the good old 5 color in a long time. Doesn't have the best discard, but we might draw one. Got a blood token, got lands, we got our one enchantment removal in the whole deck. I feel like we kind of have to keep. I feel like we're obligated to keep. And they start with the rune. I think we might discard a land here. Feels rough, but it feels like the right thing to do. We want to be using them for creatures, but we have something to discard a big one. Oh, Loth, that's a good draw. Look at that. Like we planned it. We're gonna have to draw something decent to discard to this. What else you got? Gonna destroy my blood fountain. We need to get some pressure out there.
You reek with a gift in exchange for loyalty.
A gift in exchange for loyalty? What kind of loyalty are you looking for? Okay.
A setback, nothing more.
Would you look at that? All right, do we... Yeah. We do. Now what do you do? That's the next question. Usually it's 5-color Super Friends. Could be just 5-color good stuff. Right, so we back for 9. We have the 1 enchantment removal in our whole deck. This was a game to draw it. Mm-hmm. So do we Olivia? Or do we do this? No, Olivia. And I'm going to Zagras. We have 2 creature lands. Sure. I will take some action on that one. It's a legendary vampire. Well, what? Why? Interesting. Do I risk putting a land in jeopardy? We're gonna attack first. And then I think I turn a 5/5. No, I'm gonna do this. Because then if they board wipe, I can use this to return this. Haste. I might have a counter spell. Or they just kaboom. Alright. On to game number 3. We'll see how long game number 3 takes. Whether or not we do game number 4. Alright, let's get into the next one. Risky. This is a very good card in a matchup like this. We'll keep this. So this is usually Selesnya humans because of her abilities. All your humans tap to add 1 mana of this creature's colors. That was a nice draw. I'm hoping we can massacre them out at some point. We'll do this into this. They don't play a... okay. Weird sequencing. Let's do this. That's a protection from werewolves. Let's draw a card and lose a life. Because why not? Hey, we got a mana for our Loth Spider Queen next turn. That's nice. Nothing to reanimate yet, but this might be able to be reanimated at some point. What you gonna do? Sure. Toski. Well, if I have kind of feel obligated to do this now. I do it for all of it, I guess. Nothing. These are 2 1s. I have blood on the snow. Sure. Guess I could have attacked. They would have just blocked anyways, so it didn't really matter. If we draw land, we got lots of options, depending on what they do. If we draw land, tap land. Guess we just Spider Queen.
You could have such
Volume
power.
seems loud.
I will get what I want.
Sorry if that destroyed your ears. Okay, that's scary. Oh, this blood on the snow is going to be so sweet. I wonder if I attack with both, do they block? Nice. Free damage. Destroy all creatures. Get back this. We're in a very commanding position here. Do I want to just stop the reanimation? We have 2 very powerful things. Let's draw a card.
We will do what I demand.
That's a pretty good card.
Come, I'll tell you a secret.
Feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good about a 4th game too. So does this thing have reach or anything fancy? No, it just becomes an X6. So we're gonna go land. I go land Dragon Onyx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Fight attack.
A gift
Well, that was a very powerful
for loyalty.
turn.
I am merely delayed, not defeated.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 of that, we're left with 3. No, this only brings back. Guess we dragging it up. And I don't think that's worth bringing back. If I play Onyx, I can pump it to 6. And we win! Alright, we can do a 4th game. Alright, let's get into it quick. Mono green, Stompy. Hand's a little slow, but I think we'll go with it. We have removal, we have ramp. Toski, bearer of secrets, can't be countered, indestructible. Taxi's turn, and whenever your creature you control deals damage to a player, draw a card. Land go, land go, land go. Ramp spell? In Search of Glory. Where were you last turn? Where were you? So they get a scry, and then if they eventually get something in the play, they might be able to put some things in for free. Free Skyrai can be very powerful. This is one of our ways of dealing with the Toski. Depending on what they... Gonna do this. Make a vampire. They get to put in a free 3-drop. Actually pretty powerful. Okay. Well, I'm glad I kept Hero's Downfall. Although if we draw land, I was... Land, please. Land, please. Do I want to show them? I guess so. Nope, I guess not. Ah. So we're drawing that, which is not the best. I guess taking 6 damage is not the worst. Keeps grinding to the top. And what big thing do you have? A 10-10, an 11-11. I got a couple. I got a 1 chance to draw land. I mean, yeah. But he got up. So. Oh, so much damage. So much damage, but I have to reveal it so I can get past it. Ow. All right. Let's discard this one. That's not a land. But it is blockers. Or it's a land. Land, please. Pretty please? That's not land. We're not attacking. We're ending the turn. I really need a land. Like, really bad. I got 2 draws. That makes sense. Me? I can take 11. Or do I want to take 11? I don't really want to take 11. 2 blocks. For the love of life, give me a land. Yes! It's a land. A glorious, glorious land. I think this card is amazing, by the way. I want this one. One on the bottom. Uzi boy. Oh, that's... Please attack Soren. Thank you.
Can I help?
And then... well, Olivia. And we'll attack. Get this big beefy boy. Or girl. Or creature. Whatever you want to call it. And then we will minus this. And end the turn.
You will serve me well.
Then on end step, I think we're going to discard Zagreus. And win the game. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, notify. We're going to do a quick little recap at the end and call it a video. All right. Here we go. All right. That was Olivia. Crimson Bride. She did everything I was hoping for. We controlled the game a little bit with vampires. We got to bring in the Demon of Loathing if you watched the last game and absolutely obliterate them. Meat Hook Massacre is good as always. Loth was actually quite powerful in these games. And we got to fool someone when they killed our Olivia, and Zagreus, the Thief of Heartbeats, didn't leave because he's a legendary vampire himself. And he got to keep himself alive. So the only thing there are a couple things you could possibly do. You could go a lot harder in the vampire route. There are many, many vampires. So you could dig deeper with cards like Slaughter Specialist, Nighthawk Scavenger. You could go much deeper through the vampire route with like Bloodthirsty Adversary. Westgate Regent, I think, is a very powerful card that could find a spot. I just couldn't really find a spot in the cards that we had. Maybe it's better than Drana, Last Blood Chief, but I put Drana in here because it is a legendary creature and it's a legendary vampire, so it gets to stick around when you bring it back with the Crimson Bride. Cards like Death Priest of Miracle and Blood Veil Purveyor are all things that you could think about when building a deck such as this. Another thing that you might, or something that's lands. Don't click lands. Your ideal cards to reanimate. There are so many creatures at the 5, 6, 7 cost. 5 mana 7/6. Tergrid I think would be a great reanimation target. The Burning Rune Demon, I was trying to keep a little bit more on the vampire theme, but the Burning Rune Demon I think is a very powerful card in a deck like this, especially when you're trying to put things in your graveyard. It is something that you could definitely play around with. I thought the Lord of Forsaken is kind of cool, but we're not really playing. We're not really actually casting spells from our graveyard. Other big green or big red creatures, Quakebringer if you're worried about the life gain. I had Inferno of the Star Mounts in the deck before the Dread Beast Demon, but I thought the Demon just did a little bit more than this card does. I think this card is quite funny. Sacrificing permanents is not a bad thing in our deck. So having a 6 mana 6/6 that you can bring back enters the battlefield, it sacrifices itself and you spiral it around. All cool things. That is Olivia, Crimson Bride. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you, bye for now.